Hi there, welcome to Homekeepers. Come right on in, my friends. So glad to be here with you today. I always like to welcome the brand new viewers because, you know, when the show goes nationwide and beyond, you're going to pick up a few every day, and you're welcome. And kisses and hugs to all those who are so faithful. We appreciate every one of you. And I believe you're going to be glad that you tuned in today because I have a very special guest. In fact, she just came from addressing pastors in the Tampa Bay area. We have a wonderful ministry here called New Hearts Outreach, and you have met some of the people who are behind that through the years. And it's one that deals with people who are sexually broken, and they help people with coming out of homosexuality and just all kinds of hurts and pains, usually from a very young age. And so Deborah spoke to them today because she had experience in that lifestyle, and the Lord has absolutely redeemed her and brought her out and giving her a platform to say that there's nothing impossible with God, not at all. And I'm anxious for you to meet her. And I'm going to join Stephanie for a Lemony bacon artichoke dip. Must confess that we're very thankful that we got a little bit left, because when we were making it, we were very tempted to just keep tasting it, you know. I think you'll like it. I think you'll want the recipe. Before I join her, though, I want to again offer you this Food Triggers. It's by Rona Epstein, and she is a psychologist and has written this wonderful book about food addictions, or any kind of addiction, really, and the triggers that make you eat. I think you would find it so informative, and it's yours. For that gift of $15, you can use the 800 number, 229-0059, for your credit cards and all that. Or you can write to us. We love getting your notes and your letters. Box 6922, Clearwater, Florida, 33758. For any of you have dealt with a food problem, I highly encourage you to get this. It's full of very authentic information from a medical psychologist, so you can learn something from her. We probably all learn something from a medical psychologist.
I'm a stress eater, so I probably need to read that book. I am. I get stressed, and I just want macaroni and cheese and maybe this dip.
And cheeseburger.
Yes,
and,
something
and
fabulous
all the rest
like that.
Well, it has wonderful ingredients in it. We got some Parmesan cheese, sour cream, bacon, artichoke, garlic. What else is there?
Cream cheese, lemon. I mean, hello. But listen, we're throwing a little bit off our game this afternoon. So, so we're going to pretend that I made the bacon, and then I used some of that grease, because I was supposed to saute up the artichoke hearts and the garlic in there. It's not going to happen.
Don't you think the audience expects us to do things a little differently?
Just pretend, okay? So we're going to pretend that we're sauteing the artichoke hearts and the garlic in a pan with a little bit of bacon grease. We did it right the first time. It's delicious, I promise you. Okay, so I have cream cheese.
This is the first time we've ever done anything, you know, that was at all variable in the recipe.
Yeah, two packages of cream cheese. It's already softened, okay, so I'm just going to mix it up. And I want juice.
Oh, you want juice in here?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I don't want that.
Oh, you don't?
No, I just want juice. Okay. Thank you.
Does it matter how much?
Seriously,
we're off our game today.
You have a thingy right there.
Oh, is that what you do to that?
Yes.
Okay, I was going to pull this.
We're a hot mess today, people. A hot mess. Okay, that's cream cheese. I'm going to put sour cream in here.
And you want both of these halves?
Yeah, that's fine. It's 2 tablespoons, and then make sure you get the seeds out for me, okay? And this is a third of a cup of sour cream. I'm going to mix this in.
Well, this is easily 2 tablespoons.
Yeah. So. And then we have salt, and we have pepper, and onion salt. I'm going to put those in. The ingredients will come up on the screen at the end, or you can mail in for them. So, oh my goodness. It's been sitting here since this morning, and it was humid today, so it's a little stuck. Pepper, salt.
Anything with artichokes and Parmesan cheese.
So good.
Gotta be good.
Yes. Okay. So, lemon.
Well, we're coming up on the weekend. What are you going to do?
Oh, I'm going to the beach this weekend.
That's what my daughter.
Saturday morning, I am taking a cup of coffee early because it's already hot. early, and I'm going to sit and I'm going to read and I'm going to drink a cup of coffee. That's going to be my breather. I need a breather.
You know, we have the best beaches here. Maybe we shouldn't tell people. Florida's full.
We're
come,
full.
okay?
Pinellas County is beyond. We are the county of apartment complexes.
It's the most
car dealerships and car washes.
It's the
That's
most
what we
densely
are.
populated, and these huge apartment complexes are going up everywhere. But if you want to build
Everywhere.
something here, you got to knock a building down because there's not an inch of
Space. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, so there's the artichoke hearts and this garlic that I cooked in bacon grease, okay? And then I'm going to put some bacon in there, and I'm going to mix it up, and I'm going to put it in a pan, and you bake it. And then you put bacon and cheese on
This
top of
would
it, and
be
then you bake it, and oh my gosh,
Such a
it's so good.
delight when you're having a party.
Get the recipe, okay? Because we're a hot mess today, okay? There you go.
Okay.
I'll give you that. I don't know why. What is throwing us off? Is it a full moon? What's happening?
You know, my mother used to say there really is something about that full moon.
There is. Ask any medical, ask any emergency room nurse. I worked at a dental office, and I'm telling you, the weirdest things happen.
Well, it's the gravity pulling.
Yep, the weirdest
That could affect you. And you know what? I forgot about this till now because my children are in their 50s. I had both children on the moon.
Really?
On the full moon, yes.
See,
Yes, I did.
There is something. Where'd my cheese go?
And I was
Oh,
I
there it
was
is.
late with both of them.
Really?
Yes.
I was early.
So ask me if I believe in the moon.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, so some of this bacon was.
This isn't
We're
going to
just
work.
a mess. Honestly, just get the recipe
No,
because
see,
we are a hot mess today.
we're not at our regular time, and I don't think that's going to work
You don't? Well, let's see.
because we had to bake it too soon. I mean,
Just try it, yeah.
oh, well, it's delicious, but
Yeah. We had pita chips that we made.
you're supposed to dig it out with pita chips. That's what I think might not work
Yeah, let's try.
because
It's
it
so
should be a
good.
little bit moist.
It should be a little. Oh my.
See what I mean?
Oh my, indeed.
hmm
So we'll just do this.
And this is the first time our audience ever seen us do something wrong in the kitchen. So.
Okay. The dip is delicious. I'm telling you. Just do it right.
No, the problem is we had to put it in earlier, and it was really too early. So anyway, you still want it, I promise you.
It's good.
Information's coming up on your screen. It's free. We'll get it right out to you. I want you to meet my guests, so stay tuned.
If you would like a copy of today's recipe, you may receive it by contacting us through social media as listed on the screen. When requesting a copy through the mail, be sure to include a self-addressed stamped envelope. Thank you, and please know we always appreciate hearing from our viewers.
All right, I'm going to meet my new best friend here, Debora Barr. Welcome from Maryland, right?
Yes, just outside of Washington, D.C.
I know. I always love to go there around Virginia, Arlington, and Washington, D.C. Everybody there worked for the government.
Yes.
And I'll never forget a gal who picked me up at the airport. There'd just been a new election. And she had a job with government. I said, okay, when you get a new president, does everything trickle down to you? She said, oh, yes.
Yes, it does.
Maybe that's why we're in turmoil all the time. But I do want to welcome you. And as I mentioned, she just came from a pastor's luncheon. I'm so proud of this area because the pastors come to hear and they're concerned. How did it go?
It went fantastic. There was a full house, and the pastors were really blessed. I think some of them, their eyes were really open today.
Yes, and that's what needs to happen. And we give a lot of credit to Mark Culligan, who has been on this program before. You know what? I would like for you to tell your story. If I remember right, you grew up in a church family, but you considered yourself an atheist.
So yes, as a little girl, I did grow up in church, but around the age of 15 or 16, I got deeply hurt. And as a result of that hurt, I really didn't know how to process that pain. And so I rejected God, decided that God didn't exist because he didn't protect me from what I experienced. And so I turned away from God. I became very depressed, suicidal, and it's like the enemy of my soul got a hold of me. And turned away from God for a long time. And eventually, my parents ended up getting divorced. I was the oldest of 4 children, and my father moved across the country with my brothers and my sister, and I went off to college. And in college, I was working on this job and was sexually assaulted by an employer. And then I had other experiences with men and eventually entered into the lesbian lifestyle. So that was kind of the genesis of me entering into that life.
And how many years were you in it?
18 years.
18 years. I've interviewed quite a few people through the years on this subject, and I see a couple of threads. Yours fits what I know. Some deep hurt and things that are never resolved. And of course, Satan moves you into that area, a point of need, and he sends you to the wrong solution.
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
Now, we're living in a time now that I've never seen before, and I do have great-grandchildren, so I've been around a while. Recently, there on the cover of Time magazine was a presidential candidate who's gay, says he's married, and a shooting in Colorado just 2 days ago. Said both of the shooters, one of them was gay, one of them was transgender, and so the news is clamped down on that. But we're seeing it more and more and more. What's your thoughts on that?
I just feel like, I hate to say this, but I feel like we're in the end times. I mean, things are gone amok in the world. The genesis of all of this happened in the book of Genesis. You know, sin entered the world in chapter 3. Everything was great prior to that. And things are not as God designed. And we're just seeing more and more. And it's distressing to me, too. I look at television and I see commercials and all shows, and they somehow figure out a way to jam in homosexuality, even in places where it's like, you didn't need to do that. It doesn't even make sense that it's there.
You're so
it's
right.
distressing,
And drag queens are reading to kindergartners, and they're pushing the transgender message to kindergartners and first graders and all. Evil abounds, let's face it. I want to get your thought on why do homosexuals want to marry?
So just a little bit more about my story. When I was in the life, one of my lesbian partners and I actually entered into a civil union. It was the precursor to gay marriage. Gay marriage wasn't even legal yet. And so we wanted to settle down. We had built a home together and pooled all of our resources, and we wanted to be legally recognized by the law for things such as if one of us were to die, the other one to get our inheritance, you know, spousal benefits and those sorts of things. And there were times when if one person in a gay relationship was in the hospital, the other one, if they weren't considered family, legal family, they couldn't even go visit them. So I think some of these reasons are why the push for gay marriage.
But we know what was behind every bit of it. I read it was Justice Kennedy who was really the deciding vote on gay marriage. And it's one of the worst things I've ever read. It seemed like there was nothing in it about legal or law or anything. It was kind of a sappy thing about feelings and all.
Right.
You don't expect that from the Supreme Court.
Right.
So how, all those years now, how did you come out of it?
How did I come around?
Yeah, how did you come out of it?
So I was an atheist for a long time, and God used one of my lesbian partners to begin to draw me back to Him in a very unique way that happened when I lived here in Florida. I was dating a gal, and she said to me, "Deb, I want you to go to church with me." And I said, "I don't even believe in God," and I hadn't been in a church in like 16 years at that point. But I was intrigued when she said to me, looking me straight in the eye, God spoke through her and said, "Deb, Jesus wants you back." And when she said that, something on the inside of me began to stir, because I had built these walls around my heart for all the hurt that I had experienced. And so something strange was happening on the inside, and so I began attending a church with her. And that's how God began the journey for me out of homosexuality. Now, that relationship didn't last. It wasn't very healthy, and I moved away from here and moved to the Washington, D.C. area, and ended up getting in another relationship, the one that I got into a civil union with. And we were seeking a church because I just felt this pull from God to come back to Him. And it was through that church and the love that they expressed towards myself and my lesbian partner, and a study that we were doing by a book by Rick Warren called A Purpose-Driven Life. And you may recall that time frame. And that book is what caused me to recognize what Jesus did on the cross for me and surrender my heart to Him. And then a women's group came alongside of us, didn't condemn us, didn't even speak. Isn't that amazing?
You know, when I read that, I thought, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. But that's not what we do generally. That's not what the church generally does.
What's your thoughts on a lot of times the way Christians do treat them? I mean, what if you have a couple that come in the church and they're real militant?
Right.
What should leadership do?
Leadership should love them right where they are, because just because you can see this sin on the outside, it's no different than the people that come into your church that are, you know, gossipers or judgmental. Or they have these hidden sins in their lives that you can't see. Maybe they're addicted to pornography, or maybe they're in an adulterous relationship. You don't see that on the outside when they come in your church. But for some reason, we see this issue because of the way that people dress and act, and we think it's somehow a greater sin than all the others.
That's very true.
But that's what this church did for me and my partner Barb, is they let us come in. I looked very masculine. I was dressed like a man, had been acting and dressing like a guy for 17, you know, for all those years. And they knew what we were dealing with. I mean, they could see it on the way that we acted and the fact that we were always together. But somehow they were able to be Christ to us and love us right where we were and allow God to do the conviction.
When I read that, I thought, that's the way it's supposed to work.
It's supposed to.
Now, for a while you attended a gay church, and there's some here, and Tampa and St. Pete have maybe the biggest gay pride parades in America.
That's what I understand.
It's just huge, and so many disgusting things going up and down the street. But what does a gay church teach? I know there's one here, maybe more than one.
So that's the church, ironically, that God used to start drawing me back to Him. When my partner asked me to go to a church, it was the gay church in St. Pete.
Okay, now, but what do they teach?
So what I was taught is that the scriptures in the Bible that talk about homosexuality, and there aren't that many of them, but they would go and talk about each one and talk about how the homosexuality of today is very different than the homosexuality that was written about in the Bible. Or they would say that the Greek and the Hebrew were misinterpreted, and you know, so they find ways to discount every one of those awful scriptures that seem to go against the lifestyle that I want to go forward with. And so I was listening to this from the pulpit and hearing all of this, and just taking it in hook, line, and sinker. I wasn't reading the word for myself.
So you didn't get any red flags on it?
No, because I had been an atheist, and I wasn't reading the Bible myself. I was just taking these authority figures and what they were saying and thinking this is true. And so I just accepted it, and I was happy to be around other gay people like myself. And you know, looking around the congregation, I saw other people like me, and I had a sense of community there.
Wow. I wonder if any of them ever felt any conviction.
Yes, some do. Yes, some do. In fact, later on, I recognized the truth through a Baptist church in West Virginia. That's the church where I did the Purpose-Driven Life study, and where my partner and I were attending. A pastor and my women's ministry leader actually ministered to us and listened to my story, understood that I had been part of this church here. And there was a book, a great book by Joe Dallas called A Strong Delusion. And I was given that book. And for the first time, I read that book and I could see how the scriptures were being misinterpreted. And so that helped me to say, I need to read the Bible for myself and not just accept what people are telling me.
Boy, what a journey you've been on.
It has
And it's
been.
been long, and it's, you know, God had somebody at every turn for you.
Yes.
If you're just joining me, I'm talking to Debora Barr, and she's an author and a speaker, and her website is on the screen right now. And I encourage you to write that down and go to it. You'll find more about her story. But also, this is a kind of ministry that needs to get into our churches, very much so. So remember what she's saying. Take it down. I want to talk about the patience that God had, because you weren't just this way one night and the next you were like this, but it was like God had you on a long surgery.
He did. It was a process, and I just am so grateful that all those years that I was denying his existence, he was still loving me and protecting me and pursuing me. And like I said, through that book, The Purpose-Driven Life, I actually gave my heart to the Lord, got baptized, and began my journey. So that was my date of salvation, was like in November of 2003. And God didn't even deal with this issue of homosexuality with me right away. He started in other areas of my life because he knew for me that this would be such a hard thing to walk away from, that he needed me to really trust him first. And so of all things, he started working on my heart through tithes and offerings. Isn't that crazy? It's a I know. It's a promise in the Bible. In Malachi, it says, you know, try me in this.
Yes.
You know, give of your tithes and offerings and try me in this and see if I won't pour you out a blessing, pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. And I said, okay, God, if you are really real, this makes no sense for me to give away money. And somehow you're going to bless me.
Because we're born selfish.
Right, so I'm going to try it. And I tried it. I began to tithe, you know, give of my tithes and offerings, which was a huge step for me because I was like, I can't afford to do this. But I did, and I saw God's blessing. And in other areas of my life, he would just, I would find a conviction of something in the Bible, and I would say, okay, I'm going to see if this is the next thing to do. And so it was through my study of his word and just taking those baby steps before the Holy Spirit actually convicted me and my partner on the same day that we needed to walk away from this life, that this was not God's best for us.
You also mentioned, and I've heard this before, how God brought out the femininity. I've talked to a male who, the same thing happened, that he became more masculine, that your thinking had to be changed, and you're dressed, you look lovely, and
Thank you.
all this, very feminine to me. And was that a surprise? I mean, how did you even begin to think like that?
That was a very long process, to be honest with you, because I had been dressing and acting like a man for so long. Early on, I remember I was walking along the river one day, and I had a private prayer to God. I said, God, I feel like so much has changed on the inside of me, but the outside looks the same. And I want my outside to begin to look like my inside, but I don't know how to do that. And when I got home from my walk, there on my answering machine was a voicemail message from one of the ladies that was in the Bible study group that I had been attending. And she said, Deb, I'm cleaning out my closet, and I have some clothes that I think might fit you. Would you be interested? And I was astonished that my private prayer to God somehow got
so
answered.
many times,
I can't
so
tell
many
you how many
different
times that he
ways.
did that. And there were other little things. The women's ministry leader took me to the store and took me to the makeup counter. Let's do a little makeover, and it was very gentle, slow things. She's like, let's get you some lip gloss. That's like the first step. And just people that were willing to walk alongside me and help me through this process. And the funny thing, the very first time that I got brave enough to wear a skirt to church after this, I put the skirt on at home, and I was scared to death. And I get in my car, and I go to church, and I pull in the lot, and I said, God, if anybody even looks at me funny, I will never do this again. So I slowly get out of the car. I'm looking around, is anybody here?
Yeah, like, does anybody
and
care?
I went in, and then, because you're so self-centered, but I went in, and a gentleman came up, and he said, wow, you look so nice. And it was such a relief. And
What a story. Now, you have this in a book, right?
Yeah,
Is
I
it called
do.
All Things New?
All Things New.
Yes, and you can get information on that on the website. I'm sure Amazon and all those
Yes, it's on
outlets
Amazon
have
as well.
it. All Things New, because I'm sure that there are mothers and dads and aunts and uncles who are hurting over a relative, something in their family. And the world tries to portray this as absolutely hopeless. And you have dispelled. I'd like to meet the ladies in your church because they acted just exactly like Jesus would.
Yes, they were Jesus in the flesh. They truly were. And they walked through this long journey with us. For me and Barb. I mean, the changes and things did not happen overnight. And in my book, what's really interesting is it was my journal entries. I've been writing in a diary since I was a little girl, and I journaled through this entire process. And you can see in my entries as God is starting to change my heart, and I'm writing prayers to Him, and you can see that I'm starting to fall in love with Him. He's showing me things in His Word. People are blessing me. He's blessing me. All these things, and you see it little step by step. And another thing that I learned that these women in this Bible study were doing, Clarice was the women's ministry leader, and she got some of the other leaders of the Bible study to pray for me and my partner Barb at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. every day. Whether they got on the phone together or they just saw the clock, and it's like, oh, pray for Deb and Barb.
Yeah.
They did this for almost 2 years.
None of this is rocket science.
No, prayer is
Anybody
powerful.
can do that.
Yes.
Anyone can do that.
Yes.
Well, I think you've been a real encouragement probably to a lot of people today, and I'm thankful that you're in this kind of ministry. We really do need it because the world is really revving up their message as we've never seen before. We are out of time, but I am so pleased when the Lord sends us people like this who are willing to tell their story, and you can just see how God, if so, interested in every little detail, even the way you dress, things like that, and that He does indeed make all things new. And if there's something in your life that's hurtful, and it has manifested itself in different ways, and you're not making the progress you want, I promise you He can make all things new. And we are out of time, but please remember, there's no higher calling than that of a homekeeper. God bless you.
If you should miss a Homekeepers program, you can catch up by going to www.ctnonline.com. Click on CTN Programs and then on Homekeepers.